All right. See if we have anybody in here yet. Can everybody hear me? I don't see anybody yet. There we go. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Let's see if I can bring this over to me better. I don't have to reach so far. Okay, we're going to try something here. Trying to get this. I don't know why it wants to move. I know I went from my usual 5 o'clock to my 4 o'clock. Thanks, Linda. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's been a long hiatus. Long hiatus. Okay, you see me on the computer, but not on the other one. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay. All right. What happened here? Ooh. You know, Microsoft or Google, whoever, have changed everything so that I can't thanks, honey. Um, I've had to log in and do everything. I don't know how to marry this. I might have to start it over. Hi, Janice. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not on my other. Let's try something here. Oh, that says I don't have access to that feature. I might have to go back in. Yeah, but you can't. I don't know that you'll be able to see me. Uh, all right. Angie, Mary said she could see me on the computer screen, but not on the other. Look at the computer settings and see what camera is selected as default. Well, isn't that an interesting idea? Uh, it says I don't have access to the camera feature. Eh. Oh my God. All right, let me see here. Uh, webcam manage. Okay, settings. Stream. Says I don't have access to that either. Computer settings. Uh, let's see, look at the computer settings, see what camera is selected for default. So I've got to go into settings then, Mary? Do I have to go into settings? Might be in the device itself. Okay. You're talking my camera? Yeah, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. That's why the camera is up. Hold on. What do we got here? Let's see here. Uh, Okay, hold on, guys. Just gotta find the camera icon. Oy vey. I don't see it. Mission control. Mission control. Let's try mission control. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Pulling no camera. Okay, hold on a second here. General. Back. Oh, I gotta sign in. Well, crappers. Hold on. See, I started this early thinking I was all good. All right. Okay. Let's try this. Oops. Oh, that is the Apple ID. Oh, God. All right, hold on. Does anybody else have a huge book for passwords that they keep changing? Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll get there. Apple ID. Apple ID. Oop. Hi, Paul. I'm just trying to figure out why my phone isn't working or why you can't see me. Shoot. Let's try settings again. Settings. Dock, menu bar. Notifications, accessibility maybe. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, but apparently you won't be able to see. Let me put the camera down on the table and see. It is your phone or a webcam connected to the computer. It's Bluetooth, so it should do it. All right, let me try something. Let me try something. Hold on. Now they want a software update in order to install it. Now, can you see anything from there? Did that do anything? Oh, I am so sorry. I don't know what's happening. Damn it. Hey, everybody, I'm sorry. I thought this was all set up. All right, let me try something here. Now, is that any different? 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 Echo, echo. Echo, echo. Bluetooth is on. Controls. I'm so sorry. I'm trying here. Phone. Calls on other devices. Okay. We can try that. What did you say? Turn and shut the laptop lid a bit so the canvas is in the camera shot. Okay. I'll see if I can get it to go there. And I won't be able to see the chat so much, but hold on. Let me just check something here. All right, I guess I'm going to have to do that, and I'm just going to have to keep saying hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. And then I'll figure this stupid thing out. It's an old laptop, and it says it needs to have a, install an upgrade, which is pretty weird, but all right, let's see what's going on here. Let's try that. See if I can get y'all in here. Okay. Let's make it big. Let's make it big. Okay. Problem is this doesn't want to stay still. All right. Is that okay? Boy, I can't even read where. Okay, I guess we'll have to go with that. Is that okay? All right. So I'm going to have to do something different then. I can't kind of get my head down there to see the see the chat. So Angie, you're just going to have to welcome everyone and say hi and all that good stuff, and just know that I am very very happy that you're here. And I will get this done by next week. I'll get it figured out. Okay. Well, that was a lost 15 minutes, but that's okay. You're here. You're all here. I love you. I'm grateful that you're here. And Angie, if you have to call, oh, hold on. Hi, Mary. Okay. All right.
Okay.
YouTube
Okay.
on.
So yeah, so hang up with me.
Okay.
Put YouTube on your phone.
All right. Okay. Ah, did that do it?
Ah,
Did
yeah,
they?
do it. Ah, did they do it?
Can you see me?
Did they do it? Can you see me? Did they do it? Can you see me? Did they do it? Can you see me? Did they do it? Can you see me?
Turn off. Okay. Okay. So now I can see the chat and you can see me, right? Oh, all right. All right. I'm going to leave the laptop where it is and I'm going to watch the chat from my phone. And if that works for everybody, we're in like Flynn. Technology. Ain't it fun? Okay. So, everybody, again, thank you for being here. I have been experimenting with a technique that I learned from Tammy Anderson Art. She's one of my sisters from another mister. I love watching her because her techniques are great. Now, she saw this technique from another artist, and I'm sorry I did not write uh, his name down. But if you go to Tammy Anderson Art, and there's a video that said trying something new or something like that. I may go back and put it in the description. But the whole concept is that to be able to use paint and to be able to get different kinds of depth and with those paints, and I won't say any more, I'll just show you what happens. Now, what she does, she adds paint, a little bit of paint in a little cup, and then adds a little bit of water so that it flows. However, I want to see if the how the DecoArt Ready Pour works because it's very fluid. Okay, so I'm going to put some in this cup, and I'm going to look and see if it's not fluid enough. Yeah, I think it will be actually. I think we're going to do that. And this makes a nice background for a painting or using a stencil. Is my darling Ruth here yet? I didn't look. Okay, anyway. So here's the whole thing. Take a paintbrush, any kind of paintbrush, dip it in your color, whether you're using a little bit of paint and a little bit of water, but this is pretty fluid, okay? And you just start very relaxing. Now, the other key, and I'm not sure if it's going to work on this surface, you have to use, this will be interesting though. Probably should have gessoed it. Getting too much texture here. Yeah, a little too much texture. The whole point is that you want it to be an absolutely slick texture in order to get the effect. So let me get my other slick texture out. All right, this is going to be better. This is one of those boards that is just very slick. Okay, you can slide on it. There's absolutely no texture whatsoever. So pretend I pretend I didn't show you the other, because this is going to be the way to go. All right, so we're going to start over. And it's just supposed to be anything you want. Just have fun with it. A very, very smooth cradle board. Yes, thank you. And what's great about it is that the more you use the brush, you know, you'll get some variations of dark and light, and it's very relaxing. You can go this way and then turn it. And it gives you an amazing depth effect. I'm going to dip this in again, but I'm only going to do like some of the where it's white, just to put a little bit more whatever in it. But I am going to cover this whole thing, because then I want to show you what we're going to do. But boy, I tell you what, if anybody wants a stress relief. Hi, Ruth. Love you, girl. Glad you're here. It's okay. I had 15 minutes or so where I couldn't get things going. So I'm just sort of playing with this. Ruth, what I was explaining was you need a very smooth, like a cradle board without any texture at all, not a canvas. And then you just take you can use just regular tube paint, put it in a little cup, add some water so it flows. I'm using the Deco Art Ready Pour because I didn't want to go through all the pouring. And we're just letting the brush do its thing. You can do scallops, and it gives it a nice 3D effect depending on how you turn your brush. Just want to get some nice, get enough on here, because then I'm going to show you. See how cool that is in terms of, um, just getting that 3D look? Now, I was thinking it would be fun, and she didn't do this, but I am going to add another color when I finish swirling. And again, you can just swirl however wherever you want, whatever direction you want to do ribbons. And I really love the effect. Just show you here. See how cool it is for the that 3D look? And I'm thinking something like this you could use for a beach scene and do this on the bottom part, or let your imagination just go nuts. And it really is a nice stress relief. And don't we all need that? So if you don't like the pattern, you just add some more paint. It all depends on how you move your brush. And you want a brush that is flexible. But the other thing you can do is you can take something like a little rubber squeegee, whatever you want to call it, that has that, nice sharp edge, and put it into the paint so it goes right down to the surface. Okay. You can use your finger. And if you don't like it, guess what? You just go back over it. Now, while the paint is wet, I'm going to show you another technique that you can do with this. Watch this. I'm going to take some bubble wrap. Let's see, where does it break? Okay, that'll work. And I'm going to put it right on that wet paint. So you could do it in spots. You could do it, just in certain areas. And that is a very cool. And when that dried, if you wanted to, I didn't get it everywhere. But when it dries, you could do like a fish. So this would be like, in the water. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I got to move this cushion here. I'm sliding off my chair. Not a good thing. Hold on. I could hear me go crashing. Oh, much better. I have a slippery dress on, so it wouldn't take much. All right. So I'm going to go back over this because I want to add some other colors, some lighter blues, and I'm just going to go over this again. Or you could just leave it like that and you'd have some of it that's bubbly and some that's not. Whoops. I'm going to take some of this deep turquoise because I'm curious. And it doesn't actually take very much paint either, which is really, really nice. You wouldn't have to use expensive paints. You might even be able to use tempera with this. All right, let's see what happens. And depending on the width of your brush, will also give you, different widths of, how you're going through this. Kind of liking that combination. You could do it as a frame or with the one color, you could even do it, framing something in the middle or just, scalloping. We don't often use a lot of brushes in our paint pourings. So what really makes it nice is that this gives you the opportunity to make different texture looking, 3D looking, without doing a pour. Maybe you want to break from doing a pour. Maybe you want to, use this as a type of embellishment. See, there was one other thing. Okay. And like I said, if you want to use something like one of these, okay, as some of it is drying, remember we had quite a bit on there and then I went and I added some more stuff, more paint. So what we're doing right now is picking up some of that paint off of the surface. So the white that you see is the surface coming through. You can do little lines going through it. And this is just to show you the different things you can do. You could even use your finger while it's still wet to go through, or your fingernail if you have a nice long fingernail. So by doing it after it's dry, you get these really interesting little jagged areas. So if you wanted to say you wanted to do like some circles, okay? afterwards when it's almost totally dry. Kind of hard to draw circles when it's pretty when it's close to dry, but maybe you want to use a palette knife, for example. So there are some circles there, just, brush off that little extra crumbly stuff. So you've got some circles that you can do with that. Now, one of the things that I was thinking about trying, thanks, Angie. It is kind of like the ocean, isn't it? Now, you know me with sparkles, right? So I would probably, if I could find where I put them, use some diamond dust while this is partially wet, and just put it in, or maybe do like a coral reef with different, colors of sparkle. So doesn't look that pretty right now, but because I went over it quite a few times. But I had another idea, and again, I don't know if it's going to work. I knew this would, but I don't know about what I'm going to do next. I want to show you something. Okay. I can't show you anything without sparkles. Come on. All right. So this is a regular panel board. I guess I could have done it on the back side. I hadn't thought about that. This has a slight bit of texture. Well, I have a lot of sparkle paper. So I glued some to the panel board, and it is totally smooth. It doesn't have any raised sparkle or anything. And I was curious about what would happen doing that on this that's sparkly. Are you ready to see it? Okay, hold on. I got to get a sip of my lime water here. Hold on a minute. Go for it, Sparkle. That's what I like to hear. Hi, Janice. All right. So I'm going to use the dark blue again. I have about every color of sparkle paper that you can imagine. Well, actually, I'm sure you're not surprised at that. Okay. So let's use, I'm not sure if this is the darkest blue I have. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. Keep chatting, dudes. Dudettes. Hold on 1 minute. All right. We got true blue. And yeah, that's a little darker. Okay. All right. I'm going to use the navy blue on this, and then we'll come in with some of that other color. Should probably wipe this off. All right, I'm just going to do this because that dark will probably. All right, so this is navy blue. When you do, you go big, right, Ruth? Hi, you, Hal. Ah. All right. Let's make it easier. We'll put this in a little cup. This is a navy blue. And if this works, what I really want to do, I'll show you a couple other sparkle papers that I'm kind of anxious to try. This with coral, or even the brown with the coral. So you can bet I'm going to be experimenting a lot. Okay, let's go. Going to use the navy blue. Got to make sure there are no little boogars in here. I thought I saw some. Probably just concentrated. Okay, here we go. Oh. Well, there must be some kind of texture because it's not going as smoothly as the other one did. Although it is kind of interesting. Yeah, it's kind of soaking it up. This might be a bust. Well, it's called an experiment, right? I do like the lines, though, from the navy blue. But there must be some sort of texture that I'm not feeling. Okay, I have an idea. Let's just paint. Let's paint this all navy blue. Kind of take up some of that texture. And see what we can do with the wedge to make the blue shine through. Now, this is not, it's a new technique to me. There is another artist besides, where Tammy Anderson learned it from. And I should have written his name down. But if you watch her, I mean, she's amazing. And she will show you what she was able to do. All right, let's try something here. Now I've got my wedge. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Whoa. Hi, Fulton. Thanks for being here, honey. And I'm just using my wedge. Got to kind of hold the substrate down. And all I'm doing, I'm going in kind of a like this with the edge. Might have worked better with the bigger edge. And just kind of doing like a U. Let's try this bigger edge here. Ah, wow, this is fun. I forgot to put gloves on, but that's okay. All right. Now, with the other side, with the thicker side, you get it down to that blue a little bit easier. Whoops, there you go. So that adds a really interesting, um, it lets some of that sparkle come through. Okay. I want more of that sparkle to come through. So basically, the little wedge is acting as kind of an eraser to erase the dark paint. You see that shimmer coming through there? It definitely shows up, with the darker paint. And I do think it might be an interesting, like if say you wanted to do a stencil. You had a stencil, maybe a bird or whatever kind of stencil. And you wanted kind of an interesting background. Ooh, cool, huh? um, what you could do is block off an area where you're going to put your stencil and then do whatever you wanted around here. If you wanted to start with sparkle paper, or even what we did before, what you can do is just mask off the area you're going to put your stencil, and then you can create whatever interesting background that you want. Now, I'm going to just put, again, for kicks and giggles, or as Ruth would say, for shits and giggles. Okay, I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to take a very, no, I'm not. Never mind. Let's see, let's try it. We'll try it with this size brush. So if you don't put a whole glob of paint on there, like I just did here, okay, and pick some of that back up, and hopefully give it another dimension. And just sort of fling it around it. Okay, Ruth. I just got that. And then go over it with your brush that doesn't have a lot of paint on it. But the different variations in color is what's going to give you your depth, I believe. When I'm right on top of it, it's a little hard to see that. Let's get this in the light. There you go. Get this up just a little bit. So you can still see the sparkle, and I think I can see the depth in it. So what do you I'd be anxious to know what y'all think. I mean, the design isn't great, but I was just trying to give you some other ideas, but look how you can see the sparkle coming through from that blue sparkle paper. Yes, we covered it all up first, but then coming in with the wedgie, the wedge, the wedgie, uh, and taking some of that paint away allows that sparkle to come through. I think a dolphin coming out of there, maybe a dolphin stencil, or a seahorse, or even just a seahorse painted in different ways. Thanks, Linda. Thanks. Um, Hello, Mary. Starfish. Thanks, Ruth. That would be awesome. Now, there is a little bit of white showing here on the edges because the paper was just so wide. Okay. But that can be painted, a the dark blue. But I didn't want to take the time to do that. But I'm sort of thinking, how about some Christmas pieces with red and gold and green, or anytime, and just use variations of a blue, or an umber, or corals, greens, purples, um, all sorts of possibilities. All right, I'm going to turn this around for myself. Hold on. I have it on the turntable and it won't stay put. It won't stay put. Now, just in case some of you were like, oh my God, what'd she do to her hair? Okay, here's the deal. When I had COVID after being in the hospital, I had COVID for 3 weeks. And as a lot of you know, it was very debilitating for me. Anyway, I lost most of my hair. A nice little gift. So who is that? Oh, hi, Donna. Donna, I will show you what we did, and then you can go back and watch. Here's a close-up. And I was explaining that you could use any color combinations, or all blues, or all greens, or reds and pinks, whatever. Oh, thanks. Anyway, so I called up my hairdresser and I said, all right, I have a question. Do you think it would be better to just shave my head and then just see how it grows? I don't think that's the answer, but we'll just cut it super short. Okay. So that was fine. Well, it was when she cut it, a lot of my brown hair was coming through, and I didn't want that. And I knew I had a lot of spare hair in my closet, wigs, so I didn't really care. Anyway, I put some periwinkle color in it, except that the brown, it didn't take on the brown hair. So today, I used a formula that Angie gave me, and it still didn't take all the brown out. So I think I'll just stay blonde for a while and then I'll see what happens. So the backdrop is one that, no, I did not paint it. I found it, and it's just very thin material. And I thought I'm just going to put that up while I'm working on my other one. So it is kind of fun. I had a dress on earlier and I blended into the painting so much, all you could really see was my head. So anyway, um, that's the story there. What do we got? John Southern Exposure. Hi, John. Thank you so much for coming. Let me just make sure I didn't. Annette. Well, Annette, you had your shaved. Oh my gosh, Annette. Are you going to Vegas, Annette? And let's see, who else did I miss possibly? Just for kicks and giggles. Blah, 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 blah. Said Janice and Fulton and U-Haul. I think I got everybody. Oh, Huz Winter. Thanks, hun, for being here. Nice. Appreciate it. I'm going back up to the top because when we that little hiatus, but it does feel good to be back. It's been over 3 months, and thank you all for your support. And I'm just really happy that I'm going to be starting. No, Donna, you didn't come too late. I'm glad you're here, and you can go back and watch if you want. Yes, Annette, I'm going to Vegas. God willing, and the creek don't rise, I'll be there. So it'll be great to see you. So we're about at that hour point, even though we lost 15 minutes. Thanks, Janice. Yeah, I missed everybody. I kind of wondered if I'd ever get back to it. I'm still watching my stamina. It's not 100% yet, but we had a Legion convention and I had a lot of tiles and trivets to do. I may be doing that as a live. I just have to work something out to do the trivets and stuff on a live. And so I'm hoping, that I'll do that. And if I can, I'll do it next week. So I hate to say goodbye. I really do. But anyway, it was so wonderful for you all being here. And oh, Annette, no, I was in the hospital for 11 days with a kidney issue. And then I got home and 2 days later tested positive for COVID. And COVID, I didn't have any of the symptoms except debilitating exhaustion for 3 weeks. Yes, that was horrible, and I'm past that. So I'm just watching, what I do and everything like that. So it was quite an eye opener. So this is actually the first live I've had since March 28th, my birthday. And so the first live I've had myself, and actually only the second painting I've done. So if you can call this a painting. But anyway, yes, Jeff, I am working on it, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And I will be putting up a short if I'm coming on next Sunday. And who else was that? Gretchen. Hi, Gretchen. Oh, good to see you. I appreciate it. Yeah. We started at 4:15 because I had technical difficulties. But if you want to go back and watch, you can see what we did. I'll give you a little preview. It's not so much a painting as a technique. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great Sunday, rest of the weekend, and that you are safe, happy for the week. And remember, keep your sparkle on and give it to someone you love. Love you all. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Bye-bye.